Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Beanie and welcome back to another video. Guys, I can't sleep tonight. I just had one of the greatest experiences of my life. I just streamed for the first time MLB The Show 19. It was an amazing stream. There were a ton of people in there, almost 600 people at one point. Actually, I think 621 was where I maxed out. It was an amazing night. You guys were so generous with your time and money, a lot of donations. It was great. This was probably one of the best nights of my life, and I tried to go to sleep so I could work tomorrow. I couldn't sleep. My adrenaline was just up too much. I was too happy. I was too just ecstatic. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work just a little bit because I gotta get on the grind, man. I gotta get you guys your videos. I'm gonna try to get the advanced hitting tutorial out today. What is today now? But I'm not sure. I think I might hold off for a day or two, maybe, just so that I can get a little bit more of a feel of this game and see if I can develop any more tips for you guys. I think that might be the more helpful route to go. But anyways, I'm recording this very late at night, so a few caveats here. One, I'm doing the top 10 flashback hitter position or flashback position player list, the top 10 players in the game right now that are position players and flashbacks. So keep in mind that I'm only doing players that have been discovered so far, meaning players that are in this my inventory list as being discovered or as default in the game. So we're going to be doing those, and later on today I'll be putting out the top 10 pitchers, and then later on tonight I will be streaming again. So if you wanted to come by the stream, it was a ton of fun last night. I'm sure you'll have a good time tonight, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, first we're going to start out with a few honorable mentions. The first is this 90 overall Brett Boone. This is a very good card, one of the best second basemen in the game right now. There's a Robinson Cano card that's out. I'm not sure exactly how you get him, but he looks pretty good as well. But this is probably my favorite one because he plays solid defense and he's a very balanced hitter overall. He's phenomenal against lefties, but he's very competent against righties. He has good vision, very good card, but not quite good enough to crack the top 10. My second honorable mention has to go to the 90 overall Jacoby Ellsbury. There's a lot to like about this card, but there are just a few small factors keeping him away from being a top 10. First, the good. The good is he hits righties very, very well. 102.75 with 84 vision. The bad, he doesn't hit lefties all that well. The good, he has amazing speed with stealing, and he's a great fielder. He has a ton of range. The bad, his arm isn't that strong. This card is kind of polarizing. I just got another subscriber. Thank you guys so much. But this card, you know, is kind of polarizing, not in people's opinions, but just in like the things that he's good at and the things that he's terrible at. So the fact that lack of balance kind of kept him out of my top 10, but it's still a very, very good card that you should consider picking up. Okay, coming in at number 10, this might be a bit of a biased pick, but I really do love this card. It's the 91 overall Andrew Jones. This card has a lot to offer. Yeah, he doesn't have the best contact, but he has amazing power. He has very solid vision to go along with that. Probably the best defensive center fielder in the game. Well, no, I take that back. He's not a signature level defensive center fielder. Not yet. I'm sure this card will get a signature at some point. But definitely the best non-signature center fielder in the game. Defensively, he has very good speed, 72 speed. He's not going to be stealing a lot of bases for you or anything. And that contact, you may worry about that a little bit, but he does have good vision to make up for it, so your PCI will be big enough. It was very close between this card and the Ellsbury, but I think that this card's balance gave him the edge for me, just slightly over that Ellsbury. At number 9, we have another really great defensive center fielder. I mean, there are a lot of really good center fielders at the beginning of this year's game. It's actually pretty surprising. But he's not quite as balanced of a hitter as Andrew, but he is probably better. He's just not as balanced because he kind of has like, he doesn't hit lefties for as much power, and power is probably a little more important than contact, but he does murder righties, and he's still very competent versus lefties. So there's a ton to like about this card. The one thing that does kind of concern me is that really low vision, so you might have to be a little better with PCI placement and things like that. He also doesn't have a ton of speed for a center fielder, but for a guy who hits this well, I think you can get past that. So yeah, really great card coming in at number 9. He's all diamond hitting and diamond fielding. That's amazing. At number 8 is a bit of a weird pick. I didn't expect that I would pick this card. And it's purely for the power. This is just a card that has a ton of power. He's terrible defensively. He doesn't have good speed. And if he had like 49 contact, I probably would have left this card completely off my list in the first place. 49 contact versus righties anyway. I probably would have left this card off my list entirely. But the fact that he has 84 contact versus righties and 84 vision to go along with that, this card is going to destroy right-handed pitching. And the fact that he has 84 vision probably can make up for the fact that he only has 49 contact versus lefties. So he's probably going to hit those really hard too. He even has more power versus lefties. This card will be a defensive liability, and defense really does matter this year. I didn't believe it until the game came out, but it really does. So yeah, I think that this card is going to be great, but maybe a bit of a liability in the field. Coming in at number 7, we have, once again, another great defensive center fielder. And this card doesn't have much power, but what he does have is phenomenal contact versus both sides, and great vision, and insanely good speed. 98 speed with 99 stealing, 99 base running aggressiveness, and he's one of the rangiest center fielders in the game. He's going to get to a ton of balls. Now, one weakness with this card is he is going to have a bit of a weak arm. I think that arm sometimes is overrated, but this year it seems like it may matter a little bit more, because a strong arm is a really strong arm this year, is what I've kind of come to find out. And the power may concern you a little bit, but contact really does seem to kind of play up this year. It does seem important, probably not as important as power, but it's still an important attribute to look at. So I think this card will be a good hitter. I think he has a ton of speed and great fielding. So there's a lot to like, and yeah, that's why this card comes in at number 7. Okay, before we move on to the next card, I'm gonna invite you guys again to come to my stream tonight, and I'm just gonna tell you guys why. Earlier tonight, I guess, or earlier this morning, during my stream, I was making a battle royale run. I got to 8-0, and we're gonna finish this run off tonight on stream. So if you want to see if I can go 12-0 and be one of the first ones to get one of those awesome battle royale rewards, come by the stream tonight and you will see that there. Anyways, let's get back into the video. At number 6, we have the 92 overall Jose Bautista, and this card is just a monster in every sense of the word. He mashes righties. He's one of the better cards against righties, but then he is a demon against lefties. He is a demon spawn against lefties. 102, 108. His vision's a little bit lower than some of the other cards on this list, but that's okay. He does have good contact to kind of make up for it. Your PCI will be fine. It's not that low. He's not going to be that great in the field. He's not that fast, but he does have a cannon of an arm. So stick him in right field, and you can gun out a lot of guys at home and at third, or you could stick him at third base, and maybe he can make some plays with his arm over there as well. Would not put this card at first, though. That seems to be kind of wasting that arm. So yeah, I wouldn't do that, but anywhere else, I think it should work pretty well. At number 5, we have the 93 overall Eddie Matthews, another Brave. They did the Braves really good early on in this season. They have a lot of really good flashbacks. I like it. I'm a big Braves fan, so that makes me happy. But this card just mashes. 80 plus contact versus both sides, 94 power versus righties, 109 lefty, 85 vision, big PCI. It's going to be great. Not a terrible fielder at third base. Really, the only knock on this card is that he doesn't have a ton of speed, and he's not going to steal you any bases. So I can live with that. You know what I mean? He's not going to be great defensively, but I don't think 73, 78 arm strength, 71 reaction, I don't think that's a knock. That's just he's not great, and I can live with not great whenever he's giving me this kind of hitting, At number 4, this is the last non-signature card on the list, is the 93 overall Joe Torre. And the reason that I picked this card is because he plays one of the scarcest positions in Diamond Dynasty, which is catcher. So it's important to find someone who's pretty competent there, and this card is unbelievable for catcher. It's going to be difficult to find any catchers that are this good that aren't a signature card. We have one of those coming up, but in my opinion, this is the best non-signature card in the game right now, simply because it's so hard to find guys at catcher that are this good. 95 contact versus righties, righties, 80 power versus righties, 84, 93 versus lefties, 93 vision. Your PCI is going to be freaking enormous with this guy. Good discipline, good clutch, durability. He's a solid, okay fielder. Just a beast of a card. And once again, another Atlanta Brave. They are doing the Atlanta Braves really good so far. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now we get into the insane, overpowered, what the hell is going on kind of cards. And Rogers Hornsby is the first guy on that list. He is a second baseman, third baseman, shortstop. I think he holds the AL record for home runs in a season. He has 125, 125, 125 in terms of contact and vision. Perfect. Probably the biggest PCI in the game right now versus both sides. He has amazing power to go with it, 94, 99. Very good. Okay defense. Maybe you want a little bit more out of your middle infielder, but that's fine. That's fine defense. And he has some speed. Doesn't have great stealing, so you might be a little wary to steal with him because he's not going to get that great of a jump. But 81 speed is really good, and they can kind of make up for it. So maybe you want to take off occasionally with this guy. All around 5-tool kind of player. You know, he's not great at the final 3 tools, but he's good enough to where I'll call him a 5-tool. So yeah, fantastic player coming in at number 3. At number 2, we have the 99 overall signature Ivan Rodriguez. Obviously, I mean, good Lord. I'm so happy they have Ivan Rodriguez in this game. It's so awesome. It's a card that I've wanted for a long time. He has amazing contact, 110 plus contact, 80 plus power, 113 vision, phenomenal. Great clutch, good discipline as well, and he's going to be the best defensive catcher in the game. Almost no doubt about it. Unless they come out with a signature Yadier Molina that might be marginally better at like reaction or blocking or something, like it's not going to get better than this. I mean, this card is a monster defensively, and look at that speed to go along with it for a catcher. 72-61. You can steal bases with that, no doubt about it. 72-61 is pretty freaking good on the base pass. This card is a 5-tool threat, no doubt about it, and he plays catcher. That is insane. There are very few things that can beat that, but the number 1 card does. Yes, coming in at number 1 is the 99 overall Willie Mays. I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, my God, I call guys 5-tool probably too much, but you can't overstate it with this guy. I mean, come on, 100 plus everything hitting. The only thing that he's under 90 at is bunting and drag bunting. I mean, that's just crazy. Seriously, think about it. The only thing that he's under 90 at is freaking bunting. That's it. Fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, reaction, speed, stealing. This guy's the total package. He's definitely the best card in the game right now. He might be the best card in the game by the end of the year. I can't imagine many cards being better than this. It'd be crazy. Not even Babe Ruth or Ted Williams, because they don't have the defense and the speed. This card does. So anyway, maybe a signature Mike Trout if they really kind of buff it up a little bit. If they bring Barry Bonds into the game, I don't know. But this card is dope. It's amazing. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. Once again, thank you so much for the stream tonight. Tonight's been the best night of my life, and that's why I can't sleep, and that's why I'm making this video. So if I seem a little out of it in this video, that's probably why. But anyways, I love you guys. I will see you guys later today. And until then, peace.